Good morning. How'd you sleep?
I slept okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Kind of remind me of Wilson, the neighbor from Home Improvement. I just barely see the top of your head over that fence there. Good morning, everybody. Whew, rainy. Started raining sometime in the wee hours of the night. I don't remember what time it was. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, something like that. It had a little light sprinkle here or there. It would come and go, and then I would say probably at least 3:30. It started coming down pretty good, consistently. Woke up at one point like 4:20 or something in the morning, and just took a quick little video of the rain pitter-pattering on a tarp, and eventually went back to sleep. But I didn't sleep too great. I just kind of laid there and heard coyotes serenading a couple times in the night, and then at some point there was a really loud, like, industrial rumble going on for a while. I don't know if it was mining operations down the way, or if it was somebody's loud generator or vehicle or what, but it really, like, vibrated the ground and shook the air a little bit, so I tend to think it wasn't a vehicle. It's probably like mines or something, maybe down by Cave and Rock, or coal mines north of here or something, because it's like, it was really loud. I know there's some strip mining and stuff that they used to do up north of 13 a ways, but that's quite a few miles off. It'd be crazy to think that those vibrations would travel that far, but I mean, you could hear like a train rumbling at different times of the early part of the night when I got here, and could be like that, you know, where you hear a train miles and miles away and feel the vibrations, and maybe it's the same way with mining operations, but that was my best guess. It was like some core driller or strip mine machine or something doing it, because it was different. But yeah, Lil Helper's out here with me. Got out here to Pounds Hollow, and got out at maybe 9:30 at night or so, set up in the dark. There's probably only a couple other people camping out here. We passed by some school bus that said scout troop something, and I don't know if it was a real scout troop or if it was just somebody that wrote that on their bus, but but yeah, just had a quick little fire. It was already raining coming down here a little bit, so the ground was already wet, but we had kind of just reprieve of rain when we set up everything. So set up tarps, 2 hammocks, and just came out here and settled down for bed. And Fitbit claims I got 9.5 hours, but I know better than that. I was laying there for maybe 9.5 hours, but actual deep sleep, no, probably just like a couple hours of that. So I'm waking up a little bit tired, and probably get breakfast going in a little while, and rain's not supposed to let up till noon, but Lil Helper wanted to come down here because Pounds Hollow has a lake, and it'd be a little chilly probably in this weather, but it's projected to be like mid-upper 70s today, so that water, it'd probably be alright. But it's going to be raining a while still, so probably not going to be swimming for a while. But I'm just going to hang out here at camp and have breakfast, shoot the breeze. May or may not take another nap, depends if I'm allowed to, and go forth from there. Woohoo! Just walking down the road here, so I'm going to go hit the Donnikers. There was a big tree, actually a couple of them that fell down last night. So, Lil Helper already started walking down that way. I'm just curious what all fell. The forest ranger went past, and was trying to get all my paperwork taken care of there too. So, yeah, good old camp mornings. So it's not too bad of a campground area here. We got all these little side camps on both sides, and nice little paved road.
The Morning Constitutional.
Nice reverb. So yeah, this is not too bad of a building. It's got a little bit of a leaky drip on the roof, but that's your standard Donniker outhouse, made of concrete and prefabbed out here. You got your hand sanitizer and regular door. Couple of small windows up there. And a whole lot of toilet paper. Woohoo! Good morning, America. How are you? Don't you know me? I'm Mikeycat. I'll be cooking up some breakfast this morning. And instead of a bunch of eggs, I got polenta with pork. So my daughter just asked me what polenta is. So that is basically like corn grits. You just kind of like mix some like milk and seasonings and stuff with it. But it's supposed to be kind of like a thick porridgey type of stuff. I made some at home, freeze-dried some, and I got a PackIt Gourmet pack. Now I'm going to try out and compare against. And they got some seasonings in there. I'm going to see how it compares. But I was talking to my daughter earlier, and that song by Arlo Guthrie, The Spirit of New Orleans, just started singing the first verse too. Basically, that train, ironically, is the same train, Illinois Central train, that had a fiery derailment, I think it was in the 60s or 70s, that my wife's grandfather died in. There were several people that died in that wreck. And then that song, I think, actually came after that wreck, which is kind of weird, but I always liked that song, but now the other side of it, it's like, ooh, that's interesting. I think my fire's about ready to kick out. My fuel canister is almost empty. It's still giving some heat, and I got a spare canister, so I planned ahead. Dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun. It's a foot. Do I dare tickle it?
No.
Tickle, tickle, tickle. You're right, and I'd have to wash my hands again.
Watch.
Ooh, you seen it here first. She threatened me.
You can't post that online.
Yeah. Oh. So, how was your walk?
It was fun.
You disappeared for a while.
Yeah, I just walked into the woods.
Yeah. Pulling a Bill Bryson on us? Walking the woods?
Oh.
Got some pocket juice. 20,000 milliamp hours.
Put in there.
Aha. Got you the charger.
Yep.
What are you going to do with that charger?
Plug in my phone.
Yeah. You going to do a bunch of Googling?
Yep.
Bunch of googly eyes? So we got the polenta with pork sausage and a Good Day Sunshine Bowl. Ooh, and that sucker is really getting low. Look at that. That's going to go out almost any minute, I know it. You're witnessing the death of a fuel canister. Farewell, we knew thee well. Your flame may extinguish, but your warmth shall live on forever. Now that's a roaring. Yeah. New fuel canister. Now these, once they empty out, you can get a little cruncher tool that'll poke a hole in there, and it releases what little bit of gas is left in them, so you can safely put these in a landfill. And holy crap, that sucker's boiling already. Whew. Yeah. Pretty boil. So this is the polenta. You can see the like herbs and other stuff in there, and the corn grits, and the pork bits in there. And then this is the Good Day Sunshine Bowl. Looks kind of like a granola. I think it's got quinoa and some other stuff in there. That'll be good. Alright, so this is a little label I got. It's Bottle Genius. This is on my 700 milliliter smart water bottle, and they make them for 1 liters as well. And you just stick that on there. It's got a 4-ounce fill point. They got a little card that comes with it that'll be that height, or you can put 4 ounces of water in there. And the neat thing about this is it's symmetric, so the amount of water that's up to that line when you turn this bottle upside down will be up to this point. So that makes it kind of easy when you're trying to measure out how much water you got left or what you need for meals, and that's pretty cool, Maynard. Got the Good Day Sunshine Bowl on the back. Tells the instructions, and the last one is to sing it and enjoy a good day sunshine. Party pooper doesn't want to sing, so I will.
I don't know the song.
It's simple. No. Good day sunshine. Good day sunshine. And the rest of it, I have no idea what the lyrics are. What do you think? That's the polenta. That's some good stuff in it. Kind of cheesy, kind of savory. Yeah, a little bit of spice to it. Really. And then got the sunshine bowl here. And got some in a cup. It's not too bad. Oh. And you can kind of see inside the bags. Not like there's much of a difference in the view, but got our little poppy prebiotic sodas and advertisement.
Oh yeah.
So I'm starting to take down some of the gear. I'm gonna be getting ready to eventually head down to the lake, but Lil Helper's still hanging out in her hammock, and I'm kind of taking down mine right now, but got a stuff sack missing. Which leads me into something, gear management. Just trying to keep a handle on all your gear and organization and stuff, and it's like, yeah. So I got like a couple different bags that I keep for like my shot cord, tie out loops, stakes. I got a couple other things I'm gonna have, and it all goes back into one big rope bag that I've got. Got my underquilt protectors in their things, top quilts and underquilts appropriately labeled, and one of these stuff sacks is missing for hers. But if I'm car camping, I got stuff in crates. Makes it a little easier. If you're backpacking, you're going to have your stuff, in a little backpack. And try to keep wet gear, things that are a little damp, off to the side, so it doesn't wet everything else out as I'm taking it down. And then her stuff, like I say, is still up. I took the underquilt protector off, but that quilt I do not have a bag for right now, which sucks. I got a little sappy strap bag here for the straps. Whenever they're done, I put them in there so I don't lose them. And then attached to the ridge line up here, I've got snake skin that I put my tarp in, and then that'll all roll back up. And then that will conveniently go back into its own little stuff sack. So I got these marked out too for what they are. That's a 11-foot mini fly tarp. And that way I can keep track of what I've got. Well, got it all packed up. And of course there's Lil Helper. Or actually I should downgrade you. Call you Little Non-Helper.
Well, I took off my shoes. I don't want to put them back on.
Wah. So she didn't want to help with taking all the stuff down. I'm a little particular in how I do my gear and stuff, but some skills are good for kids to know. She knows how to put hammocks up and take them down, the basics. Some of the extra gear management she hasn't really done yet, but time will tell. The more you're out, the better off you get with your skills, the more comfortable you get, and you kind of get your own routine on how you're going to put things away or dry things, or how you're going to repack stuff up. When I get home, I'm going to take all this stuff and splay it out and just have it in front of a dehumidifier and just let it sit for like a day or so and let it dry out regardless. That way nothing goes back moldy or mildewy. And I'll look through too to see if I can find that stuffed sack. If not, I guess I'll have to go out and buy another one. But yeah. So here's the campsite. Leave it as you found it. So it's not too bad. Had a nice little pole there for you can put your lantern on it or hang your trash bag from it, which is what I did this morning. Nice little picnic tables. I don't think that thing's going anywhere. Nice little fire pit there. And only thing I really moved in this campground was a silly rock. This thing was out in the middle, and I kept tripping on it all the time while I was walking back and forth from my car. So I just scooched it over by the tree. Well, everybody, we're down here at the Pounds Hollow Lake. Lil Helper's gonna maybe do a little bit of swimming. I swim like a cat, so I'm probably just gonna abstain from that.
Or like a rock.
Yeah, I probably do swim like a rock. You can see there's quite a few cars down here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 down that way. And then they got probably at least 4 down here. So definitely a crowd of people down here today. Ooh, and look at all the little puppy dogs.
Oh my goodness.
They're tiny. Ooh, got the puppy dogs swimming today. Da, 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 da. They're having fun. So there's the cool little boat ramp area that I let back in when I was kayaking this lake about a year ago. There's a pretty good crowd of folks out here today. Got the nice little swim area and got the little dock out there you can fish off of, and I let out on the lake a little further out past it. And we got a couple people barbecuing out here today. Got the bathrooms, it's got running water. And come up here on the south end and you got a little bit of a trailhead, and that'll take you over towards Rimrock. Gets a little muddy in some spots, but I'm just gonna do a little jaunt on that and see how it goes. Ooh. Got a log across the trail. Cool little block wall there. Start off the hike. Apologies for it being a little bumpy. I'm just using my phone in my hand today. Well, got past all the weedy parts. The trail's definitely widened up a bit out here. You start to get away from the lake. So yeah, it's very humid in the air still from all the rain. It was probably like 101 the past few days, 113 or so heat index, and it cooled down and it's in the upper 70s now. Wow, this is pretty cool. Nice little bridge here. Nice little rock trickles of water that goes down, kind of feeds down towards the lake. This is kind of neat. Something right off the side of the trail. There's a little lizard in there, and I don't know if there used to be a well there or what that is. That's kind of neat. So yeah, this trail will take you all the way down to the south end of the lake, and then it'll continue on to Pounds Hollow, or sorry, it'll take you from Pounds Hollow out to Rimrock. And Rimrock's got a couple of trails out there where they've got like a lower loop that goes around the big bluff, and then they got the upper loop. They used to have a staircase, and I think they took the staircase out this past year. And there's even signage on this trail. Blue. See just how weedy and swampy it is out here as you get to the end of the lake. This is just like a lot of algae and leaves and stuff out on this end of Pounds Hollow Lake. But yeah, I think I'm gonna turn around at this point. The trail's getting fairly weedy. There's a lot of bumblebees out here, and I'm just kind of at the very trickle end of the lake. And the bumblebees are like crazy right now. They're like all over the place. So I told Lil Helper I was just gonna come out for maybe 15 minutes, hike a little bit. So I'll hike back, see how she's doing. And I'm hoping I can go to Rimrock in a little bit. I'll see. But yeah, this is pretty neat just being out on this. I took it from Rimrock over one time when things were a little less weedy. And, you know, fall time where everything was dying down, or very early spring before all the weeds have come up. And it was muddy and wet out here, but wasn't too bad. Right now it's just still a lot of weeds and growth, and it's muggy. But it's beautiful. Coming on back. Whoa. Stuff buzzing me. That's part of the problem back yonder. When I turned around, was the trail was getting a little too weedy to the point it was just covered with a bunch of these yellow coneflowers. Those bumblebees were all over those things. There's like 3 of them every 2 feet. And after a while traversing that, it's like, you know, I keep that up, I'm gonna get stung. So I just decided I was just gonna turn back. All it really is out there is just the way to get over to Rimrock through the back. Past a gentleman coming the other way, asked me if I seen the cave, which I think is the Oxalot Cave over there at Rimrock. So that's a neat little stop-off point. There's like a little natural spring that comes out of the rock down the bottom, and if I go over there later, I'll try to show you guys that, but if not, I always save it for another day. But it's pretty neat. Start to see the people out there at the beach again. All these cool little boardwalk bridges. Ooh, Sean, look at that. There's a rock Caryn. What should we do with it? Well, there's the answer to the question. Stairs at the observation deck, Rimrock Trail, Upper Trail, and Lower Trail has been removed. So there's 2 hikes that you'd have to do there. You could hike the upper loop and just go around, see the stuff up there, which is cool. And then near the parking lot, there's actual like gravel trail that goes for the lower part. And that's how you get down to the Oxalot Cave. They got a little maze thing down there still amongst the rocks, and it's like all the vertical rock faces where the staircase was. And the trails and stuff will eventually lead out across the creek, or you can come this way to the east and connect out here to Pounds Hollow. So how did Pounds Hollow get its name? So early settlers, area around Rimrock was known as the Pounds, meaning an enclosure for sheep and other animals. And you can kind of see on the map here, you got Oxalot Cave, you got Rimrock, Park and all that stuff, and you got the Beaver Trail, which is what I was on, and that'll continue on down quite a ways. And so basically this is like part of the lower loop, and then you can come around, get the Oxalot, and then if you want, I think there was a way to get back around that side, if I remember right, but this green one is the top loop, and used to have the staircase to go down there, but they took that out, so that's kind of how that is over there at Rimrock. So you drying off with the REI little chamois towel? How's that work?
Thanks.
Thanks. It's not a huge towel, but it does work. You can wring it out, unlike cotton. It's almost like a polyester microfiber.
I need like a giant hair dryer.
Giant hair dryer?
Yeah.
That's what the air conditioner is going to be for.
Oh God.
Gonna be cold in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Another staircase here. Takes you down to another little area where you can fish. Where you can go out and launch your boat, kayak into the water, which is what I did before. Some folks swimming out there, other side of the lake, floating around their tubes. Yeah, tiny little block wall here. I'll take you over to the little dock over there. So across the way here, there's a nice little rock staircase, and I think that's a trail that'll take you back to the campground area. There's when it's supposed to do that. That's kind of neat. They got all that stone laid in there, probably back from the CCC days or so.